How is the trade war expected to hit profits here in Europe, but especially in Germany?
Yeah, well, it's an interesting story because, of course, we think about Daimler being this German car maker, and so you wonder how can this potential trade war between the U.S. and China be hitting Daimler. But what Daimler said in this unexpected profit warning last night is that essentially because Daimler produces most of their SUVs for export around the world at a factory in the U.S., that they're very concerned that tariffs coming on their vehicles out of the U.S. and in particular in this case going into China, that is going to hit profit and also will hit demand because Chinese consumers are less likely to buy their vehicle, of course, if the prices go up through a tariff, and ultimately also that they won't be able to pass on the full amount of that tariff, which means they'll have less profit per vehicle on those cars sold in China.
But Chad, none of these auto tariffs have actually been put in place. So how exactly can it already have an effect? Is this more of an excuse, or are you expecting more car makers to come out saying similar things?
Well, Francine, that is a very good question, and a lot of analysts, to be quite honest, have been somewhat skeptical this morning about this profit warning from Daimler. One analyst out with a report, Arndt Ellinghorst, in the last hour or so, is saying it's interesting that Daimler isn't mentioning the fact that its SUVs, the life cycle of them is aging, and so of course when a model just before it's revamped, generally the sales tend to go down, and so he's sort of suggesting that perhaps that might be the real reason why their sales are declining in China for their SUVs and not some pending trade war.